red mullet with sweet chili sauce. Cooking is about being adventurous and having the confidence to go off-piste and being a little bit more daring. So when you start combining peanuts, chili flakes, and this amazing fish, red mullet, trust me, you're in for an amazing treat. We're gonna make a really nice, light, sweet chili sauce. First off, your chili. Off with the top in half. And those seeds inside are very powerful. Incredibly hot, but full of flavor. Garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. Slice the garlic, nice and thin, so it helps to puree the chilies in the pestle mortar. Garlic in, touch of salt, a little touch of sugar in, and then start grinding. Push down first. The salt and the sugar really helps to puree the chili and the garlic. Fish sauce, always a base to a chili sauce. 2 tablespoons in, and a touch of rice wine vinegar. Fish sauce gives it the saltiness. The vinegar gives it a nice acidic wake up. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Nice. Mix that up. Beautiful. Look at it, the colours, incredible. Now, spring onions. I want the texture and the crunch. Spring onions in. The coriander. Slice it once. In. Fresh lime. And that goes brilliantly with the red mullet. Just really wakes up the chili, the garlic, and reminds the sauce that we're serving it with fish. Now taste. Wow, that's delicious. Look at that. Beautiful. The longer that chili sauce sits there, the better it gets. Now, for the peanuts and chili, that's gonna coat the top of the red mullet. Peanuts in, salt in. That helps to really grind the peanuts down. Some beautiful dried chili flakes. Creates a nice sort of warm heat. I'm using fresh chili for the sauce, but dried chili flakes for the coating, which will really crunch up when cooking. Just a little bit of the coriander. Mix the coriander in to the peanuts. And look, I like them quite textured. I don't want them too small as a powder, otherwise they'll burn, but crushed lightly. To coat the fish with the chili and peanut seasoning, in a separate bowl, beat 2 eggs along with a splash of fish sauce. Take your fillet, lay in your red mullet, dip it in, shake up your peanuts, and then in. And make sure you push that down, cover that red mullet. Oh, beautiful. Now make sure that pan's really nice and piping hot. If you put the fish in and the pan's cold, all those wonderful peanuts and chili is just gonna slide off the fish, so we need to sear it in and get it nice and crisp. In and lay away from you. Beautiful. If the pan starts getting a little bit too hot, get your olive oil and just place another teaspoon of olive oil around the outside so it starts to heat up as it hits the center, and it really helps to stay so much more in control. And turn nice and gently. You want that nice sort of toasted, sautéed crispness, which adds a really lovely flavor. Tilt the pan and just baste the top of the red mullet with that really nice piping hot olive oil. You've got that really nice roasted crunch, and it goes brilliantly with that soft sweetness of that fish inside. Gas off and just leave them sitting in there and finish with lime and just go over each one. Now, we'll take them out. And the sauce, a touch on the bottom and the tail of each fish. Now to round that off, serving some fragrant rice, sauteed broccoli, amazing. And there you have a delicious peanut-encrusted red mullet with a wonderful sweet chili sauce. Cooking with chilies isn't all about blow your head off heat. This dish uses the exciting taste of a chili, but has a deliciously elegant and subtle flavour. My next recipe is a proper British classic that's super simple to cook and costs next to nothing. A delicious apple crumble. Crumbles are the perfect way to use fruit when it's in season. There's lots of it about, it's nice and cheap, but most importantly, the fruit's at its absolute best. First off, I'm gonna make a really nice light caramel. Pan on, nice and low. Grate 2 apples. And this helps to almost sort of pure the apple so much quicker. There's a lot of flavour in the skin, so don't worry about peeling the fruit. Whether it's pears, plums, peaches, the flavour's in the skin. Nice. To start the caramel, a couple of tablespoons of sugar. The sugar helps to get rid of the tartness in the apple. A touch of cinnamon. That starts to make it a little spicy. Open up your vanilla and just scrape out all those seeds. Now this just makes it light and fragrant. All those seeds in to the sugar.
When making caramel, be patient and always swirl the dish instead of stirring it. When the sugar goes brown, add the apple.
That starts to sort of cool down the caramel, but it gives it a really nice sort of caramelized puree. Apple's almost disintegrating. Smells incredible. Turn the gas down. Slice up 2 apples. It's a crumble that's got no frills. Straightforward, no faffing around, no peeling of the skin. I want them to sort of stand out from the caramel. Apples in. Now those nice thick chunks of apple are sort of almost bedding itself into the puree. Dried cranberries gives it that nice sort of shock in the texture. Sweet and chewy. I want it to sort of taste zesty, spicy, so sit the lemon zest on top of your apples and cranberry. Fresh lemon juice over. And that just gives that extra acidic kick. Takes the cranberries, the apples, the caramel, and the cinnamon to another level. Turn the gas off. Just let that sit. And let's concentrate on the crumble. Flour in. A couple of tablespoons of demerara sugar. Sugar helps to get the topping nice and crispy. Butter in. Give that a nice little sort of rub. What we're looking for is like a breadcrumb mixture. Lightly season it with a touch of cinnamon. And the demerara sugar sort of helps to get a nice fine crumble mix, and it stops the butter from sort of melting in that flour. So that's the basic crumble mix, but I'm not finished yet. Muesli. 2/3 crumble, 1/3 muesli. Mix that in.
If you haven't got muesli, then crunchy granola works brilliantly too.
Lovely. Now, start off in the center and work your way around. I want the crispiness on the top, the puree on the bottom with the caramel, and then the texture in the center. A good tip, turn the gas back on. I want it bubbling before it goes in the oven, because then you just got to cook the top. So as soon as you see that caramel starting to bubble down the side, in she goes. Let's go.
Bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 12 to 14 minutes until golden brown.
Smells amazing. Beautiful. Still bubbling. And look at it. A delicious but very simple crumble with apples at their absolute best. Beautiful.